Levi Johnson, and I go to the Miami Valley School. And I'm taking a class called Buddhism. And Mr. Squires is the teacher, and he kind of wanted us to, in this video specifically, look over some different topics or listen to some Trungpa Rinpoche and just kind of listen to what he had to and listen and try and understand what he had to say, and then respond and reflect on our emotions and feelings towards it. So one that I found that I listened to quite a few times to try and understand it, and I still don't think I have it all the way, is one that a little piece that Trungpa Rinpoche did that is called spiritual materialism, and I found it interesting because it wasn't it was very philosophical in the sense in the idea of belief and what you believe and how you believe and really why you believe it. And and what I really thought that I got out of it is, in a sense, the idea of religion is, there's the general idea, and then there's really what the religion really is, and then there's the what everybody perceives as the religion to be. And that's what I found interesting, as, and he did a metaphor that everybody's in this jet, and, we're all flying over, I can't remember the exact thing what he said, that we're all flying over, but it was the idea that we're all in this jet and we're all flying, and it kind of takes everybody and everybody's perception of it, but in the end it's really it's the idea of it. It's not so much the personal belief and what you really believe. You really have to get to really understand it. You really have to get down to the basic idea, the fundamental idea of the religion or belief or whatever it is. And so that's what I really found to be quite interesting, is because no one had ever that I've ever seen before, or may never see afterwards, has really put religion into that context, or religion, or I guess any belief before. And I like the idea that it's really everybody perceives it very differently. The religion, you have the religion, and the religion is its own set of beliefs, or if Christianity it's the Bible, Judaism it's the Torah, or in Hinduism you have the Quran. But the idea of the thing changes for every person and how everybody interprets it, because naturally humans have the idea, that we believe what we want, how we want, why we want. And, no, if you're stubborn, no one's ever going to change that. But if you kind of open your own mind to the idea, really the idea and what's actually there, and not what, you perceive as to what's there, is something that I think is very valuable to, and a lot of people don't realize that. But if you could really look at what you do and look at what you believe, and then see what it is that you're actually supposed to be doing in that belief, very often it can be very different. I know for myself, when I looked at the same, at the same thing, and what I believe and what is really written there, it's very, very different things. And for example, I looked at my own beliefs in Judaism, and then what I believe, and then what's actually there. And I think, for every person it's different, and I mean that's why there's different sects of Judaism, and I know there's lots of different sects of Christianity as well. But I think that's I don't know, I might be wrong, but I think that's because so many people interpret everything in very different ways, and since nobody interprets it the same, everybody has to have, I think, their own comfort zone, their own area where they can feel that they're happy with what they're doing or believing, and it kind of gives everybody a comfort zone. And the saying goes that you have to actually step outside your comfort zone. And so if you're able to actually get outside your comfort zone and really study a belief, and you see that quite often it's very, very different from what personally really believe. And I think that the interesting thing, and that I've really thought that is, I think a lot of religious heads and figures know that, in my opinion, and I think that's why the people who truly they get it and they can really tell you what's actually going on and what's really true aren't so afraid of things. And because they got rid of all the garbage of what of in their that is in their belief, and they just found what's really there, and that is what they believe, what they found to be really there and really true about that belief or religion. Thank you.